trenches like a war. If they want to give them more, when I touch down, whenever I touch down.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Kamara up the middle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Chiefs at 6-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williamson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes on the move to his left.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson
With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has mapped.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The 20. Touchdown, L.A.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0.
Chargers 21, Chiefs nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Justin Jefferson.
That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it.
And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or to flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown, better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A 10th carry for Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Henderson going to run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you, and that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone. So they get two more on the board here just before halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Williamson. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
43!
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And now here's another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think? The highlights in just 4 quarters, I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to go up top again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. They're going to look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers just continue to roll.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one is...
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Justin Jefferson,
57 yards.
And the Chargers extend their lead yet again.
They're going to run it with Harris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes rolling to his left. Gets it to Strong. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. We have played 3 quarters. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On the jump. 18 Radley.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On the counter, here's Kamara. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Mahomes going to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Well, pounded up the middle with Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Harris running straight ahead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Ready? 79 Broncos. Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but he stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there?
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game. And now here's another interception.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Comeback team. Comeback team.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 3.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. That swung out wide to Harris.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw again. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and when you're down big, you really get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final try from Mahomes.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. Stuff truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but